Hello, I'm Taley'a Mirza from Pakistan. I work as a software engineer at Green, and my most of the experience revolves around solving complex UI problems and improving front end. This is about P, and we are going to talk about design systems in this talk. You must have heard about a few popular design systems like Material, Tailwind, Bootstrap, or maybe some others. Over the last decade, it has been seen that design has become a crucial part of product development, and companies are investing heavily in improving user interfaces and user experiences of their product. Let's quickly see what is the focus of my talk. So this talk is about learning how the design system is going to be another step towards improvement in design and development of products at the moment, and enables uh, how it enables the consistency among the products. So we will explore the core components of the design system along with the key benefits and challenges while building the design system. In the end, we will also briefly discuss, do you need a design system for your products or not? Before exploring the core components, let's start from the beginning. You have to imagine a door from your dream house. So imagine a door. Um, it may be like this in your mind, or maybe this, or maybe this, or maybe none of them, because we all think in different ways through different perspectives. Similarly, when we talk about design for our products, maybe for a component, let's say button, we will all have a different image in mind, right? So that leads to inconsistent user interfaces. So to build user interfaces that are consistent across all your products, we need a system for design. So if you have a couple of products underneath the brand, you can have a design system for your company. So for example, you have a website for your business, you have a marketing site, you have a documentation site, or maybe more of the products. You can all of them should have consistency in design for a design system to build. So let's see how we can build a design system which can create consistency across all the products. So there are three core components of design system. These are design language, component library, and style guide. Let's see them in order. So the first thing is design language. It is the first component that needs to be created in order to create a design system. This is the set of standards which guide the creation of a suite of products underneath a brand. So these are the kind of rules or principle for the foundation of design system. This can include typography, color, accessibility, grade, motion, icons, uh, overall the identity for our product. So we need to select what types we will be using in our product, what will be the valid sizes for fonts, what are the choices of our brand colors, primary or secondary color, or maybe tertiary. We need to fix the grids and spacing options, standards for accessibility, motion, and icons for the products. This is what we will refer as design language. After that, we need to code those components that needs to be consistent across the product. So component library is a library of standalone coded components which turns the design language into building blocks of the application. So we need to create some reusable components for the product. We all know that in this modern era, when we talk about front-end design, we don't create whole web pages at once. So we divide the chunk of user interfaces into components that enables us to reuse those components and work faster. So we can use any of the front-end libraries or framework, but for the context of this talk, we will be using React examples. You can also create your design system in vanilla.js as well. So we will be seeing a single component and how we can create multiple variants along with maintaining the consistency. So uh, we we know in React the concept of props, right? So we are going to see how props can help us in creating multiple variants from the single component. So let's create a component for a button. um, um, you all know how to create a button component, um, but what props we will be having? So for a default button like this, we must have some required props like label and on click that will be handling our button functionality. So this will be our default button. I'm not going into the on implementing the button, but what we can do, we can see in these examples. So with by default button of when we add a single prop called icon, we can have that icon option, prop optional, like an optional prop icon, and we can add a icon in our button through this prop. We can also have a prop like type, which can help us in creating primary or secondary type according to our design language colors. um, by adding a size prop, we can create some fixed sizes of our buttons, like small, medium, and large. With theme prop, we can enable our component to respond according to the theme. So uh, this is the way we can add another prop. And so these can be props of our button through which we can create multiple variants. You see how uh, we are creating variants. We have the flexibility, but we are consistent for all the products. In this way, we can have consistency of design and also flexibility to adapt changes through our variants from a single component. In design system, we build all components in the similar way. The third thing is documentation for our design language and the component library. So you must have seen multiple design systems documentation. So it has the all required information about the components, variants, give us the ability to use them efficiently. So we built our style guide in the similar way. You can see an example of link component in the primer design system. You can see here the component props, which what are their types, what are their defaults, and what values that it can expect. So this is the way we can create our style guide of our design system, and we can also add the technology stack we have used, that is optional. So let's conclude now. Design systems enables us what benefits? So these are the benefits we can have while building the design system. First of all, the brand identity, consistency across the products, flexibility to adapt to changes through our variants, responsiveness in throughout all the devices, accessibility standards. We can increase development speed. We can have a single source of truth, so maintenance is easy. It's ever evolving, so we can respond to the changes over the time through our variants. Less time in onboarding new employees, so you have the style guide. You can easily see the how can use a single component, and we can also add the code examples as well. So now comes to the challenges of building design system. Building design system is time consuming. You cannot build it one time and use it forever. It's a living thing that's keep evolving. So it needs commitment and dedication of the team and stakeholders. A design system is not a project. It's a product that serves multiple products. So it demands that the same commitment you have for your products. The main challenge is not building but scaling. So we need collaboration between engineers, designers, and product owners to refine it in a iterative manner with a positive attitude towards feedback. So it can evolve over time. Design system may take time in becoming stable in the initial phase. It may take up to weeks, months, or maybe years for complex products. But when it is built, it will be useful for the useful for our organization. So the main goal of design system is to increase the speed of development while preserving the consistency across the board. Companies are often struggling to scale and maintain their digital products in a fast and consistent manner, especially large companies with many employees and teams. So a design system value is realized when products ship features rapidly using parts from those systems. So in those scenarios, design systems become crucial component that influence the well-being of their mission. So unfortunately, not all the companies see it that way. In many cases, the investment required in order to create such a product that is often labeled as a waste of time and money. But thanks to a growing competitive space in almost all industries, that the mentality is rapidly changed, forced by desire of still being in the game among the giants. So do you need design system? It depends. If you are part of a small project where a few people are working on the design, it may be not the time to create a design system and spend a lot of time. But if you are part of a large company with many different teams all working on the single or multiple products that demand consistency across the board, then design system could be a great investment for everyone involved in the team. If you want to learn more about design system, these are the excellent resources I personally have used while building design system for the products of my company. So feel free to explore them. And thank you so much for listening. That is my Twitter handle. Don't forget to give me feedback about this stuff.